destination. We flew from Hanoi to Saigon to Ho Chi Minh, and we are on top of bus, and let's see this great city.
Before we start looking at Saigon from the bus, I want to show you our morning walk before we got on the bus. I needed to find the Russian grocery store, and we walked from our hotel and tried to find the store. By the way, you probably know that Ho Chi Minh city is named after the first leader of North Vietnam. I think the name was adopted in 1976. Before this, it had the name Saigon. Many people know this city like Saigon. The city is very big and has about 10 millions of people. It is the largest city in Vietnam. If you watched a few videos about Vietnam before our videos, we showed you streets already. We showed and said that people, it seems like people live on streets. They eat, cook, talk, of course walk. I think Saigon is not different. It is the same.
I don't know how we are going across.
It is the same country, so the culture, the people are the same. You can see by it by yourself.
Team building, Vietnam 2019.
What is it? Team building. I am trying to buy some buckwheat for me, and there is a Russian market, Russian grocery store. Let's see if they have my buckwheat.
Not open yet.
In the US, I buy buckwheat in Russian or Ukrainian, Georgian, anyway, in Eastern European grocery stores. I can't find in our supermarkets like Walmart or Albertson, Kroger. They just don't have it. So every time when we go to any country, I am looking for Russian supermarket. I know they have buckwheat. Here,
Of course, конечно,
it says Russian supermarket, Matryoshka, you see? And not only they usually markets like this have not only Russian groceries. They have groceries from Europe, from Asia, like here,
What
for
are you looking?
example.
You are looking
There
for
is
my
not
bucket?
too
No?
much food from Russia. They have just a few items, I think, like this beer, Baltica.
75 тысяч.
It is from
Да,
Russia.
Балтика.
Put the Russian word for buckwheat in your translation.
Нам пришлось с английского переводить на вьетнамский.
Here I
Buckwheat.
found my buckwheat.
Но мы нашли гречку. Вот она. Гречка.
By the way, I can tell you
Непонятно
immediately that
сколько.
buckwheat from this particular store was not really
How
good.
much?
Usually
Price.
I
This?
have great buckwheat from any store,
60? 60? Ага, 60,000.
but this was not good.
Okay.
But
И
I did not have
гречка
any
тоже
other
с полей
choice
Алтая.
because there was only
Каша
one
гречневая, 850
supermarket, one
тысяч.
Russian supermarket
Это
in
где-то
Saigon. So I bought it.
$2 несколько центов.
In the name
И нам
of this
положили в пакет Little Russian продукты.
buckwheat,
Little
actually,
Russian
Alenka.
продукты из России.
It is a girl name. Alena, Alenka.
Let me look it around, okay? 1 second.
It's an interesting store,
А что еще здесь российского есть?
but again, you see, it seems like there is some stuff from Thailand, from everywhere.
А я даже не вижу, что здесь
And
российского есть.
usually, people who work here speaks some Russian or good Russian. Here, they did not speak any
О,
Russian.
печень трески.
It is
168 тысяч.
Russian
Представляете,
food
168
as well.
тысяч, это где-то $7.
I know that
Паштет с говяжьей печенью.
some,
Тоже $7.
like in the US, some
примерно.
American people go to
Шпротики.
stores like this and
Шпротики где-то
buy
$3.
candy. Like my husband,
общем,
for
больше ничего
example.
такого, тут
Sometimes
смесь.
he buys
Смесь
some
бульдога с
chocolate.
носорогом,
It is
короче.
Russian chocolate as well.
И, конечно, продают не
I'm
русские.
no chocolate connoisseur, but I do eat a lot of it, and I do like it, and I've eaten it in countries all over the world. And my opinion is not like most people's. Most countries are proud of their chocolates, and Europeans think their chocolate is so much better than American. The truth is, I think there's good and bad chocolate everywhere. There's good and bad Russian chocolate, good and bad American chocolate, good and bad Belgian chocolate. And really, I find good chocolate to eat every place I go. So I don't think one is really necessarily better than another.
So we will show you Saigon while we are walking, riding a bus, and during our riding, sometimes we got off the bus if we see a very interesting place, and so we will show you these places. Number 1 stop.
It is the post office in Saigon, the central post office. Oh, it is beautiful.
I think this post office is unusual, at least for me. Ben said it is not usual for Europe, but in the US you don't see post offices like this,
Post office.
and it was interesting for me to see it. Of course, you
But
can send
Has a lot
the
of
money
some
to anywhere you want, to send packages,
and you can do
to
the
receive
post
packages,
office stuff here as
letters, and here also you can send the postcards, Ho Chi Minh postcards, to your friends or somebody else. You see here you can get your packages,
well. You can
and
send-
of course
you can
there is
send the
a picture of Ho Chi Minh. It's a beautiful building. And like everywhere, you can get even your souvenirs here.
People are sending the postcard.
Look here.
Yes.
For $6.
Javi, you can talk here. It is a phone booth, but no phone. It is in. There is no phone.
They don't like us. There's not one in the Western Hemisphere.
Different time. And it has mask. So it is the old phone booths. When people did not have cell phones, they were talking by phones here. Yes, Russian phone.
It was raining and the bus company supplied hats for tourists. There are a few war museums in Ho Chi Minh. Honestly, we were not interested to see those museums, and we saw only from outside. They have a few military planes, tanks from the war, and actually they have, I think, a few US planes, like here, you can see it. When we got off the bus in the next point of interest, of our interest, we walked through the park. It is a very interesting place as well. You can see it was lunchtime, I think, as I remember. People were sitting in groups and eating, talking. I don't know, I think it is unusual for many countries.
How we are trying to walk across the road on the crosswalk. We are going to the Independent Palace. We don't know what we are going to see there. Again, we are on the sidewalk. Before the war stopped in Vietnam, the South Vietnamese government was here in this palace.
All the time I say, you never know where and who you can meet. Before the palace, we were stopped by the group of Vietnamese students.
Quảng
How do you say it?
Quảng Nam.
Quảng Nam.
Quảng Nam.
Quảng Nam?
Yes.
Yeah!
Very good.
Thank you.
How long you stay in there?
In Punam, three
2 months.
Punam, 3 days. Three days. Three.
Vietnam, 2 weeks.
Vietnam 2 weeks.
Hai tuần. Hai tuần.
Hai tuần.
Hai tuần. Oh yes. How do you feel about Vietnam?
Yes, we like Vietnam. We like people. The people are great.
Yes.
The people are very polite,
Oh.
nice.
Oh.
Let me
I
ask
like
you
it.
a question. Why are you asking these questions?
Oh, I think the US is very big, very big, and I love
Modern.
I think it's a modern.
Modern.
Yes.
Are,
And,
are you all just friends?
Yes.
Yes.
And you're here today, why?
This is a trip in the university.
University
The
trip.
university.
Okay.
But you live here in Ho Chi Minh,
Oh,
We are student in Da Nang.
in Da Nang?
Yes.
Yes.
Really?
We travel to Ho Chi Minh City. So today we want to practice my English. So I want to talk
Oh,
with you.
You can
Oh, you.
read there.
Are you
are-
supposed to ask foreigners questions for your class?
Is it your assignment or what is it? Or you just ask?
Yes.
Oh,
You're asking questions.
yes.
Why are you asking questions?
Oh, sorry, because my English is not good.
It's okay. Your English is good.
Oh.
Your English
Your
is
English
good.
is good, but you're asking us questions. Why are you asking us questions?
Because this is an exercise.
It's an assignment, a school.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Assignment.
Okay, what else do you want to ask?
I can take some photo with you.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay.
English in
Yes.
school? All of you?
Yes.
Yes.
All of you.
Yes. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank
Good
you.
luck. Good luck.
Yes. Thank you.
Any American who lived through the Vietnamese War would probably be familiar with this building. This is what used to be the palace of the president in the South Vietnamese government when there was a South Vietnamese government. And probably many Americans will, like me, remember the scenes from when the United States withdrew from South Vietnam, and many of those scenes came from this building. There's also, if you go inside the building, it's now a museum. You can see meeting rooms where the old South Vietnamese government cabinet used to meet. You can see presidential offices and the like, what you would expect to find in a governmental palace in a country such as this. But it is no longer a governmental palace. Now it's a museum, and it's a relic of a government that doesn't exist anymore.
Of course, this place means a lot for the Vietnamese people. For tourists, I don't know if you are interested in history of countries, any countries, it will be interesting for you. For me, it was mildly interesting. Next time, we will continue our tour in Saigon. See you soon!